everybody, good evening, good morning or good afternoon. We're starting our video off on the back of a tour guide, and we are here in Dallas, Texas, and I get the back seat. Yep. And there's actually a bunch of protests happening, so it's going to be quite a while. But yeah, we're just going to go have a little ride around Dallas.
We go that direction, anyway. You guys ready to go? Let's go that way.
No! Skate! No! His skate! Our skate!
We can go through here, who knows? Hey, Tanya, good luck. You guys, we had 2 tour times today, or 3, and this morning, I mean, you guys should, and there's so much of this, of the conspiracy theories are because of the information that was hidden from us as Americans from this assassination. Because listen, it wasn't our first rodeo. Yeah, we had presidents assassinated before JFK, and we've had many more since then. But this one by far was one of the most controversial, and so much of it was fueled because of what was going on in America at the time. And he was called our most beloved president because of what was going on in our country. Now, you probably wonder why he came here in the first place for a parade, and it was because he was campaigning through our main interstate, well, through the biggest cities, the 3 largest cities, which are Dallas, Houston, and San Antonio, because Kennedy had an agenda coming here. He wanted to be president for 8 years. And so he's coming here to move around here in our city. And so when he came here, he helped form the entire parade, the streets, all the details of the parade itself were all done by JFK, as well as our Texas Governor, John Connally, and our Vice President, OJ. Now I'm going to go into that storyline a little bit deeper here in a little bit, because I want to start talking about iconic elements of our city. And we're about to have a little photo opportunity here in about 3, 2, 1 when this light turns green. And it's going to be right here to your right. And once we get past these trees. But you guys, shortly after the JFK assassination, there was a series made about our city called Dallas. And anybody remember Dallas? Yeah, with J.R. Ewing and see how it's... Well, this building was on the opening credits, and it's not historical. It's only been here since the late 60s, but it's called Reunion Tower, and we call it our Eiffel Tower of Dallas. And so Reunion Tower it's a big, giant, skinny building with a ball on top. And it's been in a lot of movies, but that was the most prominent one that people remember it from. So you're going to have a little photo op here in just a second. I'm going to pull up right here in front of the Omni Convention Hotel, because I want you to get the Pegasus in the background of Reunion Tower as well, because these 2 things are iconic to our city, so much so when you take that picture and place it on your social media page, then people are going to know where you're at in the world, and they're going to know exactly where this represents. So there are, inside that ball, there's 3 floors. There's an observation deck on the inside and out on the first floor. On the second floor, there's a cocktail lounge, and the third floor has a steakhouse called Crown Block at the very top. And so that Reunion Tower is kind of our Eiffel Tower here in Dallas. But the Pegasus belongs to, it is the logo for Mobil Exxon Oil, because you guys know us for oil money, right? Well, that's not the only thing about us, though. So let me share with you what else we had going on for us when Mobil Exxon Oil got here, because that didn't occur until the 1880s and 90s. But when they did place their headquarters here in Dallas, well, the rest is history for our city, because now we are a city of affluence. So people from all over the world that had money, billionaires and millionaires, were flocking to Dallas. So we became a melting pot of all kinds of different ethnicities at that point. But before 1880, we had cattle drives. And our cattle drives were already occurring for about 30 years. The cattle drives are our first economic system here in Dallas, Texas. And it made us a lot of money, even so much that it's still a prominent agriculture. It's still a prominent industry for us. And so when Mobil Exxon Oil got here, now we had prosperous land, cattle, and oil. And those 3 elements are the essence of Texas and the economic system that we have going on, that plus also the economic system of our city of Dallas. Okay? So right here, now that's a replica of the Mobil Exxon Oil Pegasus, but way up in the sky, over to your right, is the original Mobil Oil Exxon Pegasus. Now that was our first light here in downtown Dallas, the first thing that lit up our skies and our skyline here in downtown, because we were pretty. We didn't have twinkly lights. We were brown, we were tan. We came here, we went to work, that was it, the end. And so that Pegasus with a bright red light on it was the first thing that lit up our skyline, and it became a landmark here for Dallas. And you know, when Mobil Exxon Oil got here, there was a small little corporation by the name of Magnolia Petroleum Oil Company, and they merged together to create the Mobil Exxon Oil Company. And so that Pegasus right there is the original. And yes, it still does light up bright red. And now it is called the Magnolia Hotel of Dallas. And if you're a Ghostbuster, yeah, if you're into that stuff, I highly encourage you, I triple dog dare you to go inside the Magnolia Hotel, which is the old Mobil Oil building. Lots of murder, lots of mayhem about land and money, right? And oil and the oil rights. Well, they all occurred out of that building. There's a lot of ghost stories coming out of that building. So yeah, so go check it out. It's a beautiful historical hotel in Dallas, and it sits in a really cool area of downtown called the AT&T Plaza. And that area is just filled with fun and lights and a food court. There's a restaurant that Jerry Jones owns over there called Cowboy Chow. There's a lot of great. It sits in a really fun area of Dallas. So go check out the Magnolia Hotel while you're here visiting us. Just go by there. Maybe have some spirits with some spirits. Just sit in the lobby there. Good morning. That's right. Some spirits with some spirits. Now, I shared with you before we struck oil, that liquid gold, around the late 1800s. Well, we had the cattle drives, and I shared that with you. That was our first. We became a trading post here in Dallas, and ranchers out of the connecting states of Colorado and Oklahoma and Arkansas, they would use these dirt trails, and they would come and bring cattle here, and they would do trading, bartering, and anything off the ranch.
Guys, we've made it to the first pit stop. Chelsea's bronze balls. Yeah, it's really cool. So we'll see you at the next location, which I'm going to leave it as a surprise for you guys. So yeah, see you in there. 3, 2, 1. Walmart. This is like the special place. It's just Walmart. Cha-ching. So guys, I know the last few clips were a bit confusing, but yeah, I'm just going to leave it here. It's been quite a short one today. It's been about 8 minutes, I know. But yeah, the next episode will be Six Flags, so it's actually tomorrow, and I'm very excited for that. So it'll be a full vlog, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.